I don't think about Hollywood. I don't have much further need for Hollywood myself. It's like asking a question, how are you doing? But what's underneath in the subtext is, God, I hate you. People stopped calling out of whatever their fear was at the time. But no, I didn't go nowhere.
Johnny Depp's name is once again circulating through Hollywood, but this time it's not about his career or personal battles. Instead, Depp has been subtly warning us about the dark underbelly of the entertainment industry, a world where people like Diddy hold power over shocking secrets. Have we missed the signs?
Did I feel boycotted by Hollywood? Well, I mean, you'd have to not have a pulse to feel at that point.
What does Johnny Depp know about Diddy and the celebrities involved in this case? Did the A-listers who opposed Depp during his trial know more than they let on?
He would invite over a lot of Hollywood's elite to his house for a basketball game, but it was men only.
And why are big names like Kim Kardashian, Oprah Winfrey, and Leonardo DiCaprio suddenly caught up in the scandal surrounding Diddy's parties? What's really going on behind the scenes?
People stopped calling out of whatever their fear was at the time. But no, I didn't go nowhere.
Johnny Depp has been saying it for years. Hollywood is broken, and its elite are hiding some dark secrets. And now, the very people who tried to take Depp down during his legal battles are being linked to the disturbing scandal surrounding Sean Diddy Combs. Diddy, a powerhouse in the music and entertainment industry, is facing allegations that go beyond anything Hollywood has ever seen before. Depp's warnings about the toxic nature of Hollywood have never felt more relevant. While Depp was embroiled in public controversy, celebrities were quick to jump on the bandwagon, painting him as the villain. But now, the tables have turned. As new evidence surfaces in Diddy's case, the public is questioning how deep these connections run. From A-list parties to shocking behind-the-scenes deals, Depp's exit from Hollywood may have been his way of escaping a much bigger, darker picture. But here's the real question. How are these A-lister names connected to the Diddy scandal? And why is Depp speaking out now?
I don't think about Hollywood. I don't have much further need for Hollywood myself.
The first bombshell that dropped in Diddy's case involves his infamous parties, events that on the surface appeared glamorous and exclusive, but have now been exposed as something much more sinister. Reports allege that Diddy's gatherings weren't just celebrity-packed parties. They were freak-offs, filled with activities that would make even the most jaded Hollywood insider uncomfortable. Names like Bill Clinton and even Donald Trump have all been linked to these events, and while there's no direct evidence of wrongdoing on their part, their attendance raises eyebrows. What did they know? And why did they continue to associate with Diddy despite the rumors swirling around his behavior?
Between at least 2008 and the present, Combs threatened and coerced victims to fulfill his desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct.
Could Depp have seen the writing on the wall? His long-standing disillusionment with Hollywood might explain why he stepped away just as these revelations were beginning to surface. He's publicly criticized the toxic culture of the entertainment industry for years, and now it's starting to seem like his warnings were about more than just bad contracts and power struggles. They were about something much darker. You see, during Johnny Depp's highly publicized trial, several celebrities subtly or overtly distanced themselves from him.
It's like asking a question, how are you doing? But what's underneath in the subtext is, God, I hate you.
Ironically, these very same figures are now being implicated in connections to Hollywood's worst P-daters. First up, we have Oprah Winfrey and her long-standing connection to Harvey Weinstein. Their friendship, spanning over 20 years, has raised eyebrows, especially considering Oprah's reputation as a media icon and philanthropist. They worked together on projects like The Butler and Precious, which Weinstein helped produce. However, after multiple allegations of misconduct against Weinstein surfaced, people began questioning how Oprah, so close to him, could have missed the warning signs. Some conspiracy theories even suggest that she might have unknowingly introduced actresses to Weinstein. Despite Oprah publicly denouncing Weinstein, her long friendship with him still leaves many wondering how much she really knew. In fact, Rose McGowan tweeted out, "I'm glad more people are seeing the ugly truth of Oprah. I wish she were real, but she isn't." What's more, back in 2018, singer-songwriter Seal called out Oprah Winfrey for being a hypocrite and said that she was aware about the rampant problem of SA in Hollywood. At the time, Seal lashed out at media mogul Oprah Winfrey following her inspirational Golden Globe speech, claiming she knew about the rumors surrounding Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein, but did nothing. The talk show host's widely applauded speech focused on the plight of SA'd women and the Me Too movement.
And I'm especially proud and inspired by all the women who have felt strong enough and empowered enough to speak up and share their personal stories.
Despite this, Seal accused the media maven of exemplifying sanctimonious Hollywood. He took to Instagram at the time, sharing a shot of Winfrey with the disgraced producer at 2 events with a meme that read, "When you have been part of the problem for decades, but suddenly they all think you are the solution." The singer took it one step further, captioning the meme that Winfrey knew about the various misconduct allegations against Weinstein. "You'd heard the rumors, but you had no idea he was actually serially assaulting young starry-eyed actresses who in turn had no idea what they were getting into. My bad." For an added point, he hashtagged the post with #sanctimonious Hollywood. And then there's Kim Kardashian, who, like many others in Hollywood, seems to be quietly stepping away from her past connections with Diddy. Right before the police raids on his lavish estates earlier this year, Kim subtly unfollowed him on social media, joining a growing list of celebrities distancing themselves from the music mogul amid the mounting allegations. It's a far cry from the days when Kim and her sisters were regulars at Diddy's legendary parties, mingling with the elite and enjoying the high life. Khloe Kardashian even spilled the beans about one particularly wild party from 2014 on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, where things reportedly got so out of control that guests were stripping down.
So who was with you this weekend? A bunch of my friends. Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber.
This party, I think half the people there were.
Then, in December 2019, Khloe posted a photo on Instagram with Kylie and Kim, all dressed to the nines, at yet another one of Diddy's famous gatherings. She captioned it, "Nothing like a Diddy party." Next on the list is Leonardo DiCaprio. While he's not the first celebrity to be linked to Diddy, his connection to the disgraced music mogul goes back decades, and it's certainly raising eyebrows now that Diddy's facing some serious accusations. Back in the late 90s and early 2000s, DiCaprio was a regular attendee at Diddy's infamous white parties. These exclusive all-white dress code events were known for attracting Hollywood's elite, and DiCaprio was no exception. In fact, Daily Mail recently unearthed pictures from one of Diddy's white parties in 1998, showing DiCaprio laughing and smoking at Diddy's luxurious East Hampton home. Diddy had even dubbed DiCaprio the #1 person on his guest list for these high-profile gatherings. This was revealed during a 2018 Vogue interview titled 73 Questions with Sean Diddy Combs, where Diddy gave the crew a tour of his home and opened up about his party days. When asked by the interviewer who his top guest was for the legendary white parties, Diddy didn't hesitate to respond, Leonardo DiCaprio, further proving the actor's prominence in Diddy's inner circle.
Who's the person that's #1 on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Diddy's white parties were nothing short of iconic, attracting A-listers from all over the entertainment world to his waterfront mansion during the summers. Photos from these parties, once seen as a symbol of Hollywood's glitz and glamour, are now resurfacing with a different perspective following Diddy's recent arrest. In one particular image from a 1997 white party, a young DiCaprio can be seen lounging in a white t-shirt and shorts, casually smoking a cigarette while Diddy, standing nearby, holds a bottle of champagne. These images have been making the rounds on social media as people revisit the star-studded gatherings in light of the STF-icking allegations against Diddy, which include claims of him orchestrating freak-off orgies and exploiting women at his parties. Fast forward to December 2019, DiCaprio was once again spotted at one of Diddy's events, this time for the rapper's 50th birthday bash. DiCaprio was photographed dancing alongside Diddy, and while the two seemed to be enjoying themselves, it was one of the last times the actor was publicly seen with the music mogul. According to sources close to DiCaprio, he has not been in contact with Diddy for years, and he had no involvement in any of the more scandalous freak-off parties that have now come under investigation. The source emphasized that DiCaprio attended Diddy's early parties when they were more about networking and socializing, not the darker, more sinister events that Diddy is being accused of hosting. Leo has absolutely nothing to do with any of this, the source stated firmly, adding that while DiCaprio may have enjoyed the occasional Hollywood party in the early 2000s, he has since moved on from that phase of his life. They were big house parties, not freak-offs, the source clarified. The same source insisted that DiCaprio is fully focused on his career and personal life, and any suggestion that he's tied to Diddy's current legal troubles is purely speculative. Yet, even DiCaprio's name couldn't completely avoid the shadow cast by another scandal, Jeffrey Epstein. Though the actor's connection to Epstein has never been directly proven, his name did come up in court documents. One of Epstein's accusers, Johanna Sjoberg, mentioned DiCaprio in a deposition while describing her experiences with Epstein. She was asked if she had met DiCaprio or actress Cate Blanchett, to which she replied, "I did not meet them, no." Sjoberg went on to explain that Epstein would name-drop celebrities like DiCaprio, Blanchett, and Bruce Willis during their interactions, often mentioning them while he was on the phone during massages. Sjoberg clarified that while Epstein may have bragged about knowing these famous figures, she never personally encountered them. In any case, while DiCaprio's name has been linked to both Diddy and, to a lesser extent, Epstein, it's clear that he has tried to keep his distance from these scandals. His connection to Diddy appears to be more about attending high-profile parties in the past, long before the darker details of Diddy's private life came to light. As far as the current allegations go, sources close to the actor insist he's not involved and has been focused on his own career and relationship, staying far away from the controversies swirling around Diddy. Following Leonardo DiCaprio on the list is none other than Donald Trump. His connection to Diddy has also come under scrutiny, adding more fuel to the ongoing controversy surrounding the music mogul. A resurfaced clip from The Apprentice has recently gone viral, dragging Trump into the spotlight amid the accusations piling up against Diddy. In 2012, during an episode of the hit reality show, Trump casually praised Diddy, calling him a good guy, and even referring to him as a good friend.
I love Diddy. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy.
The comment, which at the time seemed innocent enough, was directed at former Apprentice contestant Aubrey O'Day. But it was her response that left people curious. Rather than agreeing or expanding on Trump's remarks, O'Day gave a cryptic reply, "I don't want to answer that question." It was clear that her hesitation carried weight, and now, in light of everything going on with Diddy, that moment has taken on a much darker tone. O'Day's reluctance to speak about Diddy on national TV isn't surprising, considering her own rocky history with the music mogul. As a former member of Danity Kane, a girl group Diddy created through his show Making the Band, O'Day experienced firsthand the pressures and demands he placed on his artists. In 2008, she left the group, and over the years, she's hinted that her departure was due to more than just creative differences. In a 2022 interview on the Call Her Daddy podcast, she admitted that walking away from Danity Kane was about not being willing to meet certain expectations.
I wasn't willing to do what was expected of me. Not talent-wise, but in other areas.
Her brief but telling exchange has now become a symbol of those unspoken issues. It suggests that O'Day had knowledge of Diddy's problematic behavior long before it became public. Over the years, she has remained outspoken about Diddy's treatment of women, especially in the wake of serious accusations from his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. Moving on, we have another surprising connection: Bill and Hillary Clinton. While you wouldn't expect a hip-hop mogul and a political power couple to share much in common, Diddy's influence in the entertainment industry and his activism for voter engagement have brought him into the Clintons' orbit more than once. Back in 2004, Diddy launched his famous Vote or Die campaign to encourage young and minority voters to participate in the election.
The 20 million young voters that are going to decide who's the next president of the United States. So on November 2nd, baby, vote or die.
While this initiative wasn't directly tied to the Clintons, it aligned with the Democratic Party's push to engage underrepresented groups, especially African-American voters. Diddy became a key figure in the political scene, and this naturally connected him to high-profile Democrats, including the Clintons. In 2016, when Hillary Clinton was running for president against Donald Trump, Diddy didn't fully endorse her but expressed caution malicious support. He acknowledged her experience, but was critical of her policies, especially her connection to the controversial 1994 crime bill that many believe disproportionately affected Black communities. Still, Diddy urged people to vote, emphasizing the importance of holding politicians accountable for their promises to the Black community.
We're going to make the difference, and we're going to be educating people. But we hope that they recognize it and they speak on it, so we're going to see. But if not...
Their connection extended beyond politics, too. Diddy has been a regular at major social events, and one notable occasion was Bill Clinton's 65th birthday in 2011. The party, which doubled as a fundraiser for the Clinton Foundation, saw Diddy performing alongside big names like Lady Gaga and Stevie Wonder. While this wasn't one of Diddy's infamous parties, it highlighted the social circles they moved in together. Another name that has recently been making rounds on social media is Marlon Wayans. Though known for his comedic charm and successful career, Marlon's name has surfaced in connection to Diddy's freak-offs. While appearing on a recent episode of Shannon Sharpe's popular podcast club Shay Shay, the actor and comedian was asked about Hollywood parties, to which he's admitted to attending, but leaving early. "I've been to plenty of Diddy parties. I left early," he revealed around the later part of the interview. "I swear to you, I've never seen it," he added, apparently referencing Diddy's ongoing allegations about his parties.
I've been to plenty Diddy parties. I left early. I swear to you, I've never seen the stuff that they claim to be going on. I've never seen it.
Those aren't the type of parties that I go to. I don't frequent those type of parties, and even if I go, like I said, I've never seen any of this. Doubling down on his stance, he added, "When I hear about it, when did that happen? At what time did this go down? Because I was there till 3:30 a.m. You mean at 3:32 they waiting for me to leave like, all right, good, that Wayne Zen gone. He talked too much."
I've never seen it. Never seen nothing. You know, I see, you know. Yeah. I don't be seeing like, I'm not a man that's about the gangbangs and the this and that. Yeah. If I buy a party, I like my own party.
Well, fans didn't exactly buy Marlon's story. One person wrote, "Marlon definitely didn't party with Diddy and them, but he for sure saw and ignored all the BS happening around him because it wasn't his people." The reason so many people seem to be convinced Marlon may not be telling the entire story is because, according to Cat Williams, the actor may not exactly be the straight arrow in the pack. If you know anything about Cat Williams at this point, it's mostly related to two things. First, that he's funny, and second, that he hates men in dresses. The latter happens to be something Marlon Wayans seems to be all too familiar with. Williams has repeatedly spoken against men, particularly Black men in Hollywood, being made to wear dresses. According to the comic, it seems to be some type of initiation ritual to feminize those men. And do you know who's also been reported to have a thing for feminizing men? Diddy.
Diddy late nights. Anything can happen. I'm just vibing.
Next, we jump to Jamie Foxx, an A-list actor known for his larger-than-life personality. Jamie Foxx has long been a guest at Diddy's infamous parties, events that have been the subject of wild rumors for years. Some say these parties weren't just about music and fun, they were far more sinister. For those in the know, Diddy's lavish lifestyle comes with a price. Many celebrities who have attended these gatherings often left with more than just memories. Insiders have whispered for years that Diddy exerts control over those closest to him, either through blackmail, influence, or worse. And Jamie Foxx? Well, he was one of Diddy's frequent guests, which made people wonder what exactly was going on behind closed doors. In fact, there was a time when Diddy allegedly forced Jamie Foxx to play a game of basketball. Yes, you heard that right. Basketball. Diddy, known for his wild parties and larger-than-life personality, supposedly came up with this crazy idea to break the ice and make the night unforgettable.
If you want to know like who was probably at these games, just look at like who P. Diddy and Jamie Foxx have been hanging around for years, especially the super successful ones.
Now, can you imagine being at that party? Talk about taking things to a whole new level. Say what you will, but Diddy certainly knows how to throw an unforgettable bash. The big question, though, is, did Jamie Foxx actually go through with it? Well, it seems that Jamie was a good sport and didn't shy away from the challenge. He embraced the moment and jumped right into the game of basketball.
He would invite over a lot of Hollywood's elite to his house for a basketball game, but it was men only.
Wow, that's definitely pushing boundaries and stepping way out of your comfort zone. But hey, when you're with Diddy and other A-listers, anything can happen, right? But here's the thing, this wasn't Jamie's first time at one of Diddy's infamous parties. In fact, an old clip of Jamie Foxx revealing shocking details from one of Diddy's creepy parties resurfaced online last year.
The big cannon, like, yo, Puff, I should document, right? Yo, what's up, Playboy? what you talking about? Get this, man, you, Fonz, the whole nine. He says, yeah, let him through.
Back in the early days of Jamie's entertainment career, when he was still trying to break into the music industry, he attended one of Diddy's exclusive parties in Beverly Hills. Jamie, always sharp, brought a camera along, hoping to document the night. And when he asked Diddy for permission to film, Diddy was all for it.
You spent $1.5 million on this party? I said, you come to my house, I'll throw you a party for $400. And it will rival this, not in scale.
This wasn't just any party. It cost a jaw-dropping $1.5 million, with a guest list full of A-list celebrities arriving in luxury cars. Jamie followed Diddy into the lavish pool party, and the first person his camera caught was none other than Dr. Ruth, the famous Hollywood therapist. Sensing a golden moment, Jamie got Dr. Ruth to have a spontaneous conversation with Diddy right on camera. And then, out of nowhere, Dr. Ruth and Diddy hit the dance floor by the pool, vibing to Beyoncé's Crazy in Love. The scene was electric, the crowd loving it, and even Jamie Foxx gave a nod to the energy and spirit of the night while honoring the late Heavy D. Jamie wasn't just a guest, though. He took on the role of teaching Diddy how to party on a budget. His stories about showing Diddy how to throw an amazing party without spending a fortune have become legendary. In fact, Jamie even shared the story on The Colbert Show, reminiscing about how he turned Diddy into a thrifty party pro. But aside from teaching Diddy how to party on a budget, Jamie also revealed that Diddy's parties were the craziest he had ever been to. These parties were more than just expensive, they were also a hotbed of unusual behavior, seemingly orchestrated by Diddy to fulfill his fantasies. Jennifer Lopez, who has a history with Diddy dating back to their high-profile romance in the late 90s, finds herself in the middle of these allegations as well. In a recent episode of his podcast, Collect Calls with Suge Knight, the former Death Row CEO made a series of explosive claims, suggesting a bizarre connection between the FBI, Jennifer Lopez, and her estranged husband, Ben Affleck. Knight alleged that the FBI handed over tapes incriminating Lopez that were recovered from raids on Diddy's homes in Miami and Los Angeles to Affleck.
Is there a Jennifer Lopez video somewhere? Everybody says you've got it and you want to sell it on the internet. Have you seen it? Have I seen it?
Knight says the content on the tapes is potentially causing a rift in Affleck's marriage with Lopez. They go raid Puffy's house and they get all these videos of J-Lo doing this and J-Lo doing that, Knight started off. Knight rehashed the infamous nightclub shooting incident in 1999 that involved Lopez and Diddy, using it as a reference point to illustrate the erosion of J-Lo's credibility. And they know the fact that J-Lo lied and said that the gun was Shine's or whatever and sent that man to prison, destroyed his life, and she knew it was Puffy's, he said. He further insinuated that the FBI decided to notify Affleck about the discovery of the alleged tapes due to the potential impact they could cause should they go public, much like the fallout from Diddy's 2016 hotel assault tape on his ex-girlfriend Cassie. In any case, a source told Daily Mail that Lopez feels disturbed by the current allegations against Sean P. Diddy Combs. Not that people forget, but her relationship with him several years ago had its tumultuous ups and downs, the source said. What he has done and what he has been accused of is heartbreaking. It is disgusting for her to see that someone who at one point in her life was someone she put so much trust in has ended up turning into a very damaged human being. It is disturbing to see. You see, Jennifer Lopez and Sean P. Diddy Combs have a history. They met on the set of her music video for If You Had My Love in 1999 before splitting in 2001 amid rumors Diddy, then known as Puff Daddy, had been unfaithful, something Lopez later confirmed. The pair were arrested soon after they started dating following a shooting at a Times Square nightclub in December 1999 that left 3 people injured. Lopez was released from custody without being charged after 14 hours in jail, while Diddy later walked free after a 7-week trial which saw his protege Jamal Shine Barrow, long suspected to be the fall guy, convicted and sentenced to 10 years. In a candid interview with British LA in July 2000, Lopez opened up about a harrowing experience that shook her world, describing it as a complete nightmare.
Obviously, nobody really wants to be arrested or handcuffed or, go through all that kind of stuff. It's a really traumatic experience.
The aftermath of the shooting incident was not confined to emotional scars alone. Legal battles ensued, amplifying the complexities of an already distressing situation. Notably, in 2008, a staggering lawsuit amounting to $130 million was filed against Combs by one of the victims, seeking reparation for the damages incurred during the incident. incident. Eventually, in 2011, Combs reached a settlement with all three individuals, including the victim, the terms of which were kept confidential. And then there's Chris Brown. Chris Brown and Diddy have been linked for years. They've collaborated musically, been spotted at the same events, and always seemed close within industry circles. But what if their relationship was more than just professional? What if Diddy, like Clive Davis allegedly did to him, pulled Chris into a world that he couldn't easily escape from? This is where it gets deeper. You see, sometime in June last year, right after Chris Brown dropped his highly anticipated album, Breezy, the singer from Virginia appeared on the show Drink Champs. He not only spilled the beans about his then upcoming album, but also revealed some surprising stories about his early days in the music business. Stories that have some unusual ties to the music mogul, Sean Diddy Combs. The singer behind Iffy spoke about how he almost signed with Bad Boy, Diddy's record label. But in an unexpected twist of fate, Diddy turned him down. Of course, seeing as Breezy is easily one of the most successful singers from the last decade and more, you're probably wondering how he could have been turned down by anyone, let alone Diddy. Turns out the mogul, and at the time, Talent Scout might have wanted inappropriate relations with Chris Brown. But it doesn't get incredibly messed up till you find out that Brown was actually only 12 years old then. I'ma keep it 100. So I was like 12 at this time. This was before I linked to Def Jam. It was me and one of my production manager's son named TJ. He's my brother to this day. Me and him were like a group, Brown explained.
The funniest part, like, a lot of people don't know, Diddy turned me down. I was 12 years old.
When he added that the group was nameless, Drink Champs host Noor teased, "This is why he didn't sign y'all." Though omitting any further specific details, Noor added, "If you danced, he definitely would have signed you." In any case, Johnny Depp may have left Hollywood behind, but his warnings about the industry continue to resonate. With the Diddy lawsuit about to unravel, we may soon find out the truth behind the celebrities that Depp hinted were part of something far darker. From Jamie Foxx to Cuba Gooding, these stars are about to face a reality check, and Johnny Depp seems to have known it all along. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.